Welcome to our class. Today we are going to look at differentiation of trigonometric functions. All right. So we look at just the three main trigonometric functions. Okay, the sine, cos, and then the tan. So if I have y is equal to sine x, okay, then what we differentiate might be y on the x, and differentiate sine x. The differentiation of sine s is cos s. Alright, and then y is equal to cos s. That one too, the differentiation of cos s is minus sine s. And then if it is tan s, the differentiation of tan s is sec square x. Okay, sec square x. So I want you to take note of this. Okay, sine s, the differentiation is cos s. Cos s is minus sine s, and then tan s is sec square x. Okay, also sometimes you can be given, let's take it for instance, y is equal to tan maybe 2x, tan 2x. Okay, how do you differentiate this? Y is equal to maybe tan 2x. So what you do is that, okay, you differentiate the whole of this, then you differentiate what? You differentiate the 2x. Is that okay? So you differentiate the whole of, so if I differentiate the whole of this, the differentiation of sine s is what? Sec square x. Okay, so I differentiate the whole of it, then I multiply by the differentiation of this. Okay, so that will give me what? Differentiation of tan x in the first place, what? Sec square x. So sec square here is 2x, so 2x. Alright, then I'll multiply by the differentiation of 2s. If I differentiate 2s, these two, what will I get? I'll get 2. So my differentiation become 2 sec square 2x. 2 sec square 2s. Alright, okay. The same applies to if it is cos. Let's say I have y is equal to sine 2x. The same applies to, then my dy on the x is going to be what? If I differentiate sine, it will give me a cos. So I'll differentiate the whole of this, which I'll get to a cos 2x. Alright, differentiation of sine will give you cos. Then I'll differentiate the 2x. If I differentiate 2, I'll get 2. So I'll multiply by this. So 2 cos 2s. The same way, if I have y is equal to cos 2x, then how will be my differentiate? Dy on the x, okay, will be equal to. So I'll differentiate the whole of this, okay, to give minus sine 2s. Then I'll differentiate the 2s, which will give me 2. So the 2 multiplied to be minus 2 sine 2s. Minus 2 sine 2s. Okay, so this is how, when you also have, okay, if the x is more than 1, it can also be a square. Okay, this is how we differentiate. Differentiate the whole of the function here, then we differentiate whatever we have here. But looking at this, when I differentiate the whole of the function here, it will give me what? Minus sine x, and then the differentiation of x is what? Is 1. So it will be the same thing. Is that okay? It will be the same thing. Alright, so let's continue. So when the question comes, okay, it will depend how the question is. We can even apply the product rule, the quotient rule, the chain rule. Okay, so it depends how the question is, and then what you are going to apply. All right. Also, let's say for instance I have y is equal to cos 2s squared plus 3. How do you differentiate this? Okay, I know that when I differentiate, you take the whole of this, differentiate everything. Okay, So when I differentiate everything, I differentiate the cos. Cos is what? Sine minus sine. So minus sine 2s squared plus 3. Okay. Then you multiply by the differentiation of what is in the bracket here. So if I differentiate this, 2 times 2 will give me what? Will give me 4. So this one will give me 4x. So my answer, my dy on the x, okay, is going to give me what? Minus 4x sine 2s squared plus 3. Alright, minus 4x sine 2s squared plus 3. So you take the whole of this and then you differentiate. And the whole of this, when I differentiate, you give me minus sine 2s squared plus 3 times, then you differentiate whatever is in the bracket here. So that will give me 4x. Then I'll get my answer. Alright. Sometimes too, the question can be in a form of what? In a form of exponent. Okay. Maybe I have y is equal to sine square x. Okay. So let me take the y is equal to sine square x. So if y is equal to sine square x, you differentiate this by applying what? The chain rule. So this can be written as x sine x all squared. So this is the same as sine x all squared. Then if you want to differentiate, this is how you differentiate it. You bring the 2 here. Okay. Then you subtract 1 from here. So if I bring 2 and I subtract 1, what will I get? It will be 2 sine what? Sine x. Because when I subtract, it will be the same thing. Times, then I differentiate what is in the bracket here. What is the differentiation of sine s? That is cos s. So my answer becomes 2 sine s cos s. Alright. 2 sine s cos s. You bring the 2 here, then you subtract 1 from here. So it will be 2 sine x, okay, minus 2 minus 1 will be 1. Then after that, multiply by the differentiation of what? What is here? Okay, then I get my answer. Alright. So this is also sometimes it can be what? It can be a product. Okay, maybe y is equal to 2 cos cube x sine x. So you realize that this is what you can apply the product rule also here. So to make it easy for me to differentiate, so this will apply the product rule. I'll differentiate then multiply by this plus differentiate then multiply by. To make it easy, y can be written as what? 2 okay cos x all cubed sine x. I think in this will be simple for us. Cos cube x is the same as cos x all cubed. Alright, okay. Then sine. So if I want to differentiate this, my dy on the x will be equal to, so I will apply the chain rule here. Okay, I'll apply the chain because this is exponential. So I'll take the 3 and come and multiply by the 2. Okay, so that will give me 3 to 6. Okay, 6 cos, then minus 1 will give me 2. So let me put the 2 here. Then I take the 3 here to multiply by the 2. Then I'll subtract 1 from, so that will give me 6 cos x all squared. That can be written as 6 cos square x. Then after that, I will differentiate whatever is in the bracket here. Alright. So if I differentiate cos x, that will give me what? Minus sine x. Okay. So this is the differentiation of this one. Bring your 3 here, multiply by the 2. You get 6 cos square x. So you subtract 1 from, that's why you see the square. Then times the differentiation of what is in the bracket here, that is minus sine s. So if I differentiate cos s, I get minus sine s. Then after that, I'm done with the differentiation of this. So if you are now multiply by the sine x, so I multiply by sine x plus, then I also come and differentiate sine x, then I multiply by this one. What is the differentiation of sine s? That is cos s. Then I multiply by 2 cos. Okay, let me put the 3 here. Cos cube x. I believe this is easy to understand. Differentiate this, multiply by, so different 3 times 2 cos, then you subtract 1 from get 2 here, x times differentiation of this minus sine s, cos s is minus sine s, then you multiply by the sine s plus, when you differentiate sine s, it will give you cos s times this one. Okay, 2. So we can write our answer as dy on the x can be equal to what? So let's see, we have what? Minus here, so the negative will affect this, okay, to give me minus 6 cos square x. All right, so minus 6 cos, then we have sine x here, that will give me what? Sine square x. So the negative will affect to minus 6 cos square x, then the sine s times sine s will give me sine square s plus, then we have what? So that will be 2. Then take note that we have cos s here, okay, and then we also have cos cube x here. So cos cube s will give me what? Cos 4 exponent 4x, cos 2 cos 4, so this is 1, this is 3, so it will be 4. All right. So this is how your answer is going to be, by differentiating 2 cos cube s sine s. All right. Okay, so let me solve some few questions in addition to this. So let's look at these examples, and then I believe after solving this you understand it better. Write down the derivatives of the following. So number 1, okay, let's say y is equal to 3 cos 5s squared plus 2. Okay, so what you are going to do is you take the whole of this and then you differentiate, okay, then you multiply by the differentiation of what is in the bracket. So my dy on the x will be equal, when I differentiate cos, what will I, it will give me minus sine, so that will be minus 3 sine 5s squared plus 2. Okay, so I'm done with the differentiation of this. Then I multiply by the differentiation of what is in the bracket here. Alright, so when I differentiate what is there, I'll get what? 5s squared will give me 10x and 2 will give me 0. So my dy on ds will become 10x times 3 will give me minus 30x sine 5s squared plus 2. You see, it's so simple. So take the whole of this and then differentiate. After you differentiate, this is cos, so minus sine, so minus 3 of this. Then you multiply by the differentiation of what is in the bracket here, the angle. Then you get your answer. Number 2. Let's say y is equal to 3 tan exponent 4 3x. Okay, this one, it will be better when you write it like y is equal to 3 tan of 3s all to the exponent of 4. All to the exponent of 4. Okay, so this is how it is. So we are going to differentiate this. Alright, so this is the same as exponent of 4, tan 3s exponent 4. Okay, so this is what you do. You are going to use the chain rule. You take the 4 here, multiply by the 3. 4 3 will give me what? That will give me 12. Alright, so 12. Alright, then after that you subtract 1 from here, so it will be 12 tan. When I subtract 1 from that will be 3. So I write a 3 here, tan 3s times. Alright, then I'll differentiate what is in the bracket here. Okay, so I'm going to differentiate what is in the bracket here. Okay, so you take the whole of this and differentiate. So 4 multiply that it will be 12 tan exponent 12 tan So you subtract 1 from 2 will be 3. So you write it like this. Tan cube of 3x times, then you differentiate what is here. Okay, so when I want to differentiate what is here, what is going to happen is I will differentiate what? Tan. To differentiate tan is what? Is sec square 3x. So it is tan 3x. So when I differentiate tan 3x, it will become what? Sec square 3x. Then I'll differentiate the 3x. And when I differentiate the 3x, what will it give me? It will give me 3. You see? It will give me 3. So even with what is in the bracket, you have to, after you have different, you have to differentiate the whatever we have here. Alright. So that will give me 3 times 12 will give me what? 36. So that will give me 36 tan cube 3x sec square 3x. So that will become my answer. 36 tan cube 3x sec square 3x. You see, that is so simple. Let's do the last one and then close. So number 3. Let's say y is equal to cos x sine cube x. Okay, so let me write it in this way so that a differentiation becomes simple. Y is equal to cos x sine x all to the exponent of 3. So here you apply both the chain and then the product, because this is cos is multiplying sine. So what will be my dy on the x? Your dy on the x will be equal to, so you differentiate this, then you multiply by this, then you differentiate it, you multiply by this. That is simple. So when I differentiate cos, differentiation of cos is what? Minus sine x. Then I multiply by sine cube of x. Alright. So I differentiate this and I multiply by plus, I differentiate this and I multiply by this. Okay. So when you differentiate cos, it will give you what? It will give you minus sine x, then you multiply by this, plus. Then I'm going to differentiate this and also multiply by this. So when I differentiate this, 3, I'll take this whole as 1, and then 3 will come here to be 3 sine. Okay, then here will be minus 1 to 2 x. Alright, 3 sine square x. So after I've gotten my 3 sine square x, then when you are differentiating this, because it's chain rule, after you have done this, then you also multiply by the differentiation of what is in the bracket here. Alright, so I multiply by, when you differentiate sine x, what do you get? You get cos s. So differentiation of sine s will give you cos s. Then after that, I'm done with the differentiation of sine x or exponent 3 or sine cube of x. Alright, then I'll multiply by the cos s here times the cos s. Alright, so I believe you understand. Okay, so differentiate sine x, cos x will be minus sine x. Okay, then minus sine x. After I multiply by this, then that is what I've done. Plus, I differentiate it, so 3 will come here to be 3 sine square x. I reduce this one by 1 to be 2x. Then after that, I'll multiply by the differentiation of this. And differentiation of sine is what? Cos x. And after that, after I've done the differentiation of this, I'll multiply it by the cos s. Okay, so my answer is going to be sine x times sine cube of x minus sine exponent 4 of x. Okay, here is 1, here is 3. So we can add since it is multiplying. Okay, then I have plus 3 sine square x. Then I have cos s cos square x. Because this is cos s. So that we can minus sine exponent 4x plus 3 sine square x. Cos s times cos s will give me cos square x. So this become my answer. You see, It's not anything difficult. All right. So we'll end our lesson on differentiation here, and then the next time we meet, we'll go to the application of differentiation. I believe you have enjoyed differentiation. Put all your questions at the comment section, and I'll be ready to answer you. I'll see you again. Bye bye.